What are you not getting? What are you not getting? Like, idiots.
my immediate thoughts, idiots. And we're not always ready to receive the information. So we hear it, but on a very surface level.
You need to put that in the bag.
And he's like, no, not like that.
Wow, that's a massive jump, isn't it?
That is a lot.
I have actually been called a bad dog owner before. I've been told that my life is too busy. I shouldn't have a dog.
The other day, we were at the PIF conference.
PIF?
The Pet Industry Federation. And we met some fellow other business owners, and we were talking about not 80s at all, 90s game shows. Do you remember?
We were, with Neil Buchanan.
So we were talking about the one where they have to raid the house, raid
Not
the
many
rooms.
people can remember this, you know.
No. And we couldn't think of it, could we? We're like, what is it? People saying Art Attack. No, not that one. He presented another one. Did he? And we YouTubed it.
Great rendition of our evening with wine.
Yeah, there was wine involved. And we found it was Finders Keepers. And then we were talking about the other one, Nightmare, where they put like a Viking helmet on and it was like virtual reality in the very early days. Do you remember?
Yes, I was there.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason I'm introducing the episode with that is because we're talking about the 90s today.
It was acceptable in the 80s.
Wrong era.
I'm aware. I was changing it on purpose, you donut.
Right. Well, it wasn't that funny. So we're talking about the 90s. Why are we talking about the 90s, Joe? Don't collapse into laughter.
Ryan's lost it. What's the matter, Ryan?
It just really made me laugh. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Oh, so the 90s. Wow, we get a lot of stick for referencing the 90s in regards to business models for dog trainers.
Yeah, we've recently got a bit of flack on an advert that we've got, which is a podcast clip, by the way, where we're talking about an archaic 90s business model. And someone said, oh, well, if it's been around for 30 years and it's still there, it must work.
I feel like they say it in that exact tone as well.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, with like the head bob, like a
attitude,
like an attitudey teenager. Yeah, I don't think what we are getting at with the 90s model is that the world's come on such a long way away since then.
It seems the world has, but a certain industry hasn't.
Well, no, this is true. But I feel like we need to put some context around it. So, in the year of 2026, what's that face?
I'm going with this.
Everything is about, it's more human connection now, isn't it? It's like we need to be building trust. We need to be doing a lot more, considering we are in the era that Skynet is potentially going to come and take over the world. So when we take it back to the 90s, and if we look at those models where it's all very ad hoc stuff, isn't it? It's like buy a session here, buy a session there. How can you build trust in that short period of time? And how is it beneficial, not only from a trust perspective, but how can you actually make lasting change and impact with such a short space of time you get to spend with someone?
And the other, I suppose, thread is that it's not only a short amount of time, really, when you look at the way it's set up and the structure of like your typical kind of 6-week classes is it's an hour a week, but it's spread between lots of different people with all different needs. But it's then having separate services that basically follow on from each other, but there's big gaps in the middle potentially. And that, when you look at it like that, you kind of go like, someone needs your support. If they've got a young puppy, they pretty much need your support up until the dog is at least one, really, if you think about it. Think of all the different problems, issues, little things. For us as a dog trainer aren't big things, but to that dog owner, they're big things that are going to come up. Your infant kind of puppy play biting and house training to adolescence, then your mature dog, and you're maybe integrating animals together in a house. Like all of this stuff, as the dog grows up and it changes and its hormones change and testosterone, changes, you're going to navigate all of this stuff. So instead of going, oh, why don't we create a service whereby it enables someone to have that support if they feel they need it ongoing, we split it all up, don't we? And go like, you can have a little bit of support here, and then we're going to give you a choice. And again, we should always give people a choice. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but there's no other option in a lot of cases, is there, than to have this kind of snippet of support and then another snippet of support and another one. And it's all broken into these itty bitty services. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think we unintentionally get in our own heads in thinking, okay, so let's take a very typical a puppy course. So I'll just go 6 weeks for ease of my brain. You'll go through, I don't know, you might go through a little bit of play biting and what that looks like and how to manage it. You might go through a bit of enrichment stuff. You might do some basics on like sit down, stay, loose lead, and a little bit of like recall stuff.
Play. I used to do quite a lot of play in my puppy classes.
Yeah,
well.
so like just a few little exercises that someone could go away and practice, essentially. Now, when someone has gone through that puppy class, and let's say they're like 3 or 4 weeks in, then maybe the play biting's still occurring. And we as the professional have gone, well, I've shown you how to deal with that. Almost like, why are you still having this problem? Is how it could have the potential to come across. I've already shown you that. Because your brain will automatically think, we did that in like week 1. And I think for a lot of us, we don't have that awareness because we're so just in the thick of delivery all the time. We're not taking ourselves out enough. We're not doing that zoomed out approach enough to go, well, that person's really busy. Like that person's got
let's look at your life, for example.
Mm?
Look at all the things that we were talking about in one of the other episodes about how busy lives can be. And if you took your life as an example, all those things you're dealing with, if I'm the dog trainer that you've come along to my class and you've got this problem with Leica, she's not house trained, it's a bit of a nightmare, there's wee everywhere, poo everywhere, and I've gone, here it is, here's the advice, and then you have struggled to implement it because you're dealing with all these other things, then suddenly you're a bad dog owner because of that. And this is where we're not having that ability to remember we're human beings with lives going on, and we all know you've got a lot of stuff going on in your life. This is where we need to have that connection with a human being again. Yeah.
Do you know, I have actually been called a bad dog owner before. I've been told that my life is too busy. I shouldn't have a dog.
Shouldn't have a dog. You selfish person.
Mm-hmm. But I'd be lying if I said that thought hasn't crossed my mind, not for my own self, but when I've been working with clients before.
Oh, totally. I've done it as well. And again, we're saying this because we've been there and we've done it, and we've got the T-shirt from it as well. So we're not perfect by any means in any way, shape or form, by the way. But this is where learning a different way, and I don't know, having that skill, I suppose, to see it from a different perspective. And that only comes with doing that work on yourself, like we've talked about before, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think you can realistically see it from any other perspective until you step outside, which sounds so like, oh, okay, then I'll just take a step back.
I'll be a bit wooey.
But it's frustrating to be able to talk about it because I can't give you the exact things that you need to do, but it's knowing that if you are finding yourself feeling frustrated, if you're finding yourself saying things like, oh, well, they shouldn't have had a dog and all of that. And again, for me, like the journey I went on with it, because I didn't see me having that problem, even though looking back now, I definitely had that problem. I didn't see it as a problem at the time. I just thought, I'm a dog trainer and you're a shit dog owner because you're busy. You shouldn't have got a dog. You definitely shouldn't have got that breed of dog, and all the stuff. And then as soon as I became a parent, I found myself doing the same thing with other humans. It's like, you shouldn't have had kids.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have been a thing that you did. But again, like the judgy carrot in me came out. I'm going to make sure that becomes a thing now. And I was like, oh God, so like I'm doing this from a dog perspective and a human perspective. So actually, maybe I'm the one with the problem here. It's a me problem.
Yeah.
So I need to like take a step back and go, what's the common denominator here? Oh, look, it's me.
And then didn't take a long time for you to figure that out.
No. And then secondly, okay, so more importantly, I suppose, like what can we do about it? Because that's not serving me. Like that quality that I've got in me is not serving me very well, because it's not allowing me to support somebody in a way that I could potentially help them with, because my walls have already gone up to go like, well, sorry, not sorry, but that's a you thing.
Yeah.
And then when you start working with people over a longer period of time, I think that gives you that opportunity then to not only ensure that they are getting a better result, but I feel like it forces you as well to learn to be more adaptable, because you'll see more of that person and they will let you in more into what's going into their lives, and it will allow you to be more empathetic to the human and not just see the dog.
And actually, when I look at it from my perspective of the frustration around, I've told them that information, why have they not applied it? I then start looking at me and like, I'm the problem. I'm not communicating this very well, clearly. I'm self-sabotaging myself. And almost this could be, and it never went that far with me, but it could be linked to imposter syndrome. And you could look at yourself and go, oh, maybe I need to do more courses because I don't know enough and they're not getting it because I'm not articulating it very well. Or maybe I haven't got the skills. Maybe what I'm saying is absolute bollocks and it's not working. And you question everything that you know. But for me, it didn't get that far. But I did used to go like, what is it? Like if I think I'm really clear in my head and they're still not doing it and it's not them, it's me, what is it about me? And it used to drive me up the wall. And this is where I'd go home after a night of back-to-back classes and overthink the whole thing and go like, what else can I do? Like I should be better than this. Like these results should be better than they are.
I love it how that's your thought, that went immediately back on yourself. That took me ages to do that.
Yeah, did it?
Mine was always like, fucking idiots.
my immediate thoughts, fucking idiots. And then because then it might come up again, then I'd question me.
No, mine was still like, for fuck's
Straight
sake,
away,
you're even more of an idiot now. Like 3 times I've told you and what are you not getting? And I felt like, oh my God, you know when people, you see this happen a lot in, weirdly supermarkets is the example I'm going to go down. But you've got a person that's from a different country. So they don't actually speak English. And then you've got the cashier person going like, you need to put that in the bag. And they like slow things down and they try and talk really loudly. Why are you looking at me like you have no idea what I'm talking about?
When do you have this happen?
Oh my
People
God, I
don't know to put shopping in a bag.
Well, okay, that's just shush.
Never seen that.
You know when people you don't speak the language, so we think by speaking louder and slower that someone's going to understand it.
Like you would speak to a child.
Yeah, or like if I've been in another country and someone's chatting at me in Spanish, I'm like,
you put a Spanish twang on it.
Can I have that a drinker?
Put an O on the end of it or an A on the end of it and it's suddenly Spanish.
That one there. Yes, that one. Slowly over there.
You've now got hand signals, pointy signals in there as well.
Oh, but no, that's like what I would immediately think if someone wasn't getting it. Like, fuck me, what else do I need to say?
To the teeniest time. And sometimes that is what's necessary though, let's face it. Like you've maybe skipped over something a bit quick. So it could be.
See, you're still thinking about like...
Me, I'm the problem.
Yeah, I was just thinking, oh my God, like actual dickhead. Like, just, how are you not getting this?
Poor people in Joe's path.
It's like I've said this so many times. Obviously, I didn't say this out loud, and I'd like to think I didn't come across that way. Internally, I'm like, oh my God, like, what are you not getting? What are you not
You
getting?
remind me of when my dad taught me to drive.
I'm not liking this.
So he taught me to drive in, I don't know if anyone else has had this, in a like industrial estate. So I'm 17 and he takes me out in his car and we go to these quiet industrial estates and he doesn't backstory explain anything about the car. He doesn't say, right, now this does this, that does that. If you put your foot on that gently and you've got to, you know, find the bite point, like none of that. Drive. Right, okay. So I like fudge it around a little bit and I do it. And he's like, no, not like that. What are you doing? You absolutely didn't call me a retard, but that's kind of how it came across. And I'm like, okay. And then he'd get really angry with me. I'll be like, okay, it's me. I'm really stupid. But immediately I'm really stupid. And he knows what he's doing because he's the adult and he's been driving for a long time.
Now, see, I had the same situation with my mum, and she was definitely not the right person to teach me in the slightest. But she would also shout at me, and then I would just go, "Fuck it, this is a you thing! Like, stop shouting at me!"
Oh no, I would
like
be...
this is a you. You're not teaching very well.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would just go, "All right, it's me. I can't get it. I'm stupid. I'm thick." Like that's what I think. And it was a horrible experience. Like I managed to get to the point where I could drive when I had a driving instructor. And really, my dad was just being tight and wouldn't pay for lessons straight away. So he wanted to teach me to drive. And then I only needed something like 8 lessons and I passed my test first time. So he must have done something right-ish. Mm-hmm. But I think because internally I was thinking, what can I do to change this? What can I do to make it better? Because it's clearly a me problem and not him problem. And that's where my brain automatically goes. But you are basically my dad in that situation where you're the judgy carrot and I'm just going, oh,
Difference
God.
is, I would, in the dog situation, I'd have told you the whole backstory.
That is true. That is true.
And then they still would do something. And I'd be like, I've just fucking told you this.
But you know the backstory and the context has got to be talked about over and over and
at the
over
time.
again.
And I think this is where we don't know this enough.
But when you work with somebody for longer and you've built the relationship up, you get the opportunity to revisit, go over things as many times as you need to. Mm-hmm. And this is the absolute beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Because, in fact, I think we did this unknowingly at the time when we developed doing longer term programs. I don't think I know I didn't go into thinking, oh, let's do longer term because I know somebody needs to have constant exposure to the same message over and over and over again. Yeah. If you was to ask me that today, that's exactly the reason I did it. But at the time I was like, I hadn't got a clue. I just knew I needed to spend time with them. Now I know that that's the reason behind it, because our brain needs exposure of the same thing. It needs repetition. And that,
well, we've only got to look at our clients that we work with. Mm-hmm. We feel at times we're repeating the same thing. We're talking about, like, we do our weekly calls, and sometimes I'm like, I've spoken about this again and again. I must sound like an absolute broken record here. And again, it goes to me going like, oh God, is it too much? Like, am I talking about the same thing again and again? They're going to be bored of me. And then I realised that people just need to keep hearing it. It's what we need to do as humans to absorb the information fully. And we're not always ready to receive the information. So we hear it, but on a very surface level. And then when we're at that point where we go, oh, okay, now we're ready to implement that part of it, I'm going to listen to it properly. And that's not a conscious thing either, is it? It's your subconscious that's deciding.
Yeah. So weirdly, my brain has gone into like, what do you remember things the most? This is why like jingles for adverts work really well.
Always. Songs, jingles, stupid tunes, earworms. Mm-hmm. Always works, doesn't it?
The kids' favourite one at the moment, and also now mine, is the new Oreo one.
Elaborate.
I can't do it without singing it. Oh, is this
just an advert on
it's like
telly?
Twist it, lick it, dunk it. Twist it, lick it, dunk it. I'm like, oh. And then I was in the kitchen last night and all I could hear was the boys singing it in the lounge. I was like, and there's like, can we have an Oreo? I was like, I haven't got any Oreos. But
see how good the link is then?
Yeah.
That reminds me of, do you remember that game? Bop it. Twist it.
Yes.
Pull it.
Yes.
Bop it. When you were singing that.
Yeah. But this is the thing. So it's having, you've got to have repeated exposure to it, because I've probably heard that advert easily. Like, do you know what? I feel like I need to double check this stat. I may get our little helper called Ryan in the background.
As if you need to tell people his name, they should know it now.
Stat. I'm sure I heard this on a podcast, and now I feel like I'm going to completely butcher it. But we are marketed to as much as up to 2,500 times a day.
It's something. It's ridiculous.
It's
number,
something
isn't it?
like that.
Ryan, do a little Google search, please. And tell us. Verify. He's a verification person, isn't he?
Verification person.
That's what his use is. Sorry, Ryan.
Oh, but do you know what I mean? Like, even if that's not the exact number, there is so much stuff that is seeping into your brain on a daily basis that I can't even say we forget, because I genuinely don't think we're aware of it, that when we are in full-blown dog behavior trainer mode, I am teaching you about your dog. I have just informed you about why positive reinforcement works, because that always used to take up like quite a chunk of my first sessions with people, and explaining how the behavior side of it all works, and then seeing it in action. I'd be thinking, yes, I've done that. Now, if I've got like my air quote structure of the rest of the course, right, I've done that, tick. Next week we're moving on to whatever the thing is, and then next week we're moving on to the other thing. It's just,
and rarely do we keep linking it back, because you could do it like that, couldn't you, and have that initial, right, I'm going to talk about this today, and as long as you can't keep referring back to it and it has some kind of thread that runs through, awesome. But invariably I didn't do that. I'd just go like, well, I've deposited that information from my brain to yours. That's your responsibility now. How bad's that?
We do it though, don't we?
Yeah, without even thinking. And it's, can I say my word?
What are you going to say?
Osmosis. I feel like I haven't said it for ages.
You got puppy dog eyes then.
I know. I said it to a client on a call yesterday. I was like, I know you'll have heard this on the podcast, but osmosis. And it is that importance of, you need to sound like a broken record. You know you're doing a good job when it's boring. And I know this is another challenge for dog trainers, that they go, I'm going to get bored of that, or I'm going to get bored. And it's like, well, sorry, not sorry. You have to keep repeating it. Go on.
Ryan's got the stat.
Go on.
There are claims that the average person sees up to 10,000 ads a day.
It was higher than 2.5.
Way higher.
And it's believed that back in the 1970s, you would see around 500 a day.
Wow. What about the 1990s, as we're talking about it?
Very specific question.
I know.
Wow, that's a massive jump, isn't it?
That is a lot. There's so many avenues to see these things though now. In the 70s, what was there, like a billboard? That's about it.
Yeah, or magazines.
Magazines, newspapers. It was all the physical stuff. Now,
to me, this is this could cross over into so many different things though. But this is why the business models have to evolve as well, so we can spend more time, because if you're getting up to 10,000 times a day messaging from loads of other different things, and you're spending 60 minutes with someone once a fortnight or even once a week, like, how is it supposed to retain in your head when it's not the forefront of what you're looking at doing? And I think this is where a lot of us struggle, because we'll find ourselves saying things or thinking things like, well, they've invested, they've paid for the training, and they're not listening.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think they're not listening. They can't physically retain it because of everything else that's going on. And I think I don't want to say we forget, because I genuinely just don't think we're aware of it. We are geeking out on this stuff all day, every single day. We have to catch ourselves now, because from the business side of it, we are obsessed. Like, it is the thing we wake up doing. It's the thing we talk to about each other all day and all night and repeat. And that's 7 days a week, because we love it. So then when we're talking to even our clients, we'd be lying if we said, we don't have those thoughts of like, we've said this. It's like, well, actually, we have, but we're a small part in your world. And we have these open conversations with our clients, and we always say, we know you're going to get off this call now, you're going to go away, and you're going to stick another podcast on, whether it's another business podcast or another dog podcast. You're going to go and read a book.
You're going to be in these Facebook groups with other dog trainers doing it in the other way, the normal way, normalness way.
Normalness. So you're going to be exposed to, clearly up to 10,000 times of different things.
Yeah. So here's an example, which I hope translates. I've done this dance fitness class at the gym, and it's street dance, right? And I've always loved, like, what's that Ashley Banjo and all that kind of stuff, right? Diversity, right? And I've always loved that, and I've never tried street dance. So when the instructor is like this young...
How did I not know this was street dance?
Well, I didn't know it was street dance specifically. When I did it, I was just like, this sounds like I need to move. So it sounds good. And it's a bit of, it's only half the class that's the dance element. It's more like a bit of fitness stuff at the start, and then she brings this street element in. And you can see she lives and breathes this. She's only young, and she's got so much enthusiasm about this dancing, right? And there's us all fucking hell, like, what are we doing? And it's so hard to get your brain and your feet to I'm watching her, and she called me out a little bit. She's like, you are concentrating so much. I'm like, I really want to get it right. And then you mess it up, like, oh, fucking hell. And
you don't do good.
I don't do well with not getting it right. So I was so passionate about wanting to get this right, because I've always wanted to try it. And then an hour, this class is, and really it's half an hour for the actual dancing. And I'll go away from it, and I'll go next day. If I've gone the next week, I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember any of it. I feel like I've never done it before. And she'll go, oh, we're going to do this move now. You girls here, you know what it is. And I'm like, do I? Oh God, what is it? And as soon as she does it, I kind of recognise it again. But it still takes me a little bit of time to get into it. And I said to her at the end of the last class, like, can I just work with you for a day? Because I'd love to I know for me, if I was repetitively doing that constantly, show me again, let me try it again, let me feel how my body feels when I do it, I'd get it. But half an hour, not even every week, I've done it a couple of times ad hoc, half an hour, nowhere near enough. It's just not enough. And if you equate that to dog training.
Well, you've even got the motivation added behind that.
So I really want to do it.
And a lot of owners, I would say, they haven't necessarily got the motivation to want to learn this.
It's a pain element.
This is going off on a completely different tangent, but I feel like it's relevant. How many of us unintentionally, again, try and almost get the dog owners to become dog trainers?
Oh, I've done it.
So we're trying to get them to be us.
You should be as enthusiastic as I am with your dog.
I want you to understand why your dog is doing all of this.
And in an ideal world, that's what we would have everybody do. But it's not what people want for the most part. You get the odd person, obvs.
Who will more than likely turn into a dog trainer.
And who probably will. And you want to clone them and all that stuff. God, I've said that before. But they don't want it. Just want their problem fixed.
And then this is where we think this is a bad thing.
You shouldn't have got a dog if you want your problem fixed. Yeah. Oh, it's so hard, isn't it, to get it right?
It is. It is hard because I think it can come across as, oh well, what's the point then? Because when you care so deeply about something and you're really passionate and you're not being met with that same level of enthusiasm. I'm going to try and liken this to something, and I feel like I'm going to totally butcher it now. I'm trying to think it through in my head. So my sister loves making cakes and stuff. If she had the entrepreneurial spark in her, she could make something of it, but she does not have this spark, so it's not going to happen. She is so,
as in she could make it a real good business.
Yeah, she could make it a really good business. So she would make cupcakes, and she'll always make the kids' birthday cakes and stuff. And I'm like, so I enjoy eating the cakes. And she tries to tell me and get me as enthusiastic about baking the things.
The recipe, the ingredients, all that
And
stuff.
I'm like, I could not give two shits. I was like, I'll go and buy it from M&S. And she's like, why? Why would you want to do that when you could make it from scratch? And she does it to me because we've both been on a bit of a fitness surge over the last several months. But she goes quite extreme because, again, she enjoys the cooking side of it. So she's there telling me how much protein I need every day, what to do. And I'm like, wow. Oh my God, Cal, I actually don't care. You can tell me all of this stuff. I don't care. She'll say, yeah, but you should care and you should want to learn about your nutrition and all of this. I'm like, I don't care. I want to feel fit and I want to feel like I've lost a little bit of pregnancy weight that was technically 7 years ago now. So I don't feel like I can justify
It's like, it's only a puppy and the dog's 7.
Yeah. It's like, no, just want to feel a little bit fitter, not so saggy and a tire around my waist. But yeah, but she's trying to get me to be her, the enthusiastic baker.
Hold on though. Just put my hand up there. It's why you need to watch this on YouTube. But you and your sister's relationship is that good, and you can be completely honest with her, right? And you would do that with me as well. Let's look at the dog owner being led along by the dog trainer.
Yeah, this is a paid service now.
A paid service, and you really want to go, I don't fucking care, but I can't really say that. So I have to show willing. And this is why, again, as the dog trainer, you might go like, oh, they seemed really enthusiastic with that. And they went along with it and they nodded and was like, do you get it all? Yeah. And then they don't do it. And you could have completely lost them, but they feel like embarrassed to say. Or they could just be appeasing you to go like, yeah, I see she's enthusiastic. I need to do the same, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
And that probably happens a lot, doesn't it? As horrible it is to think about that, it probably does.
Yeah. I think this comes down to, again, like people skills in general, but also, I want to say elevated people skills then. Advanced people skills. That's the word. Advanced people skills in having the ability to be able to explore things. So instead of like, does that make sense? Asking someone, okay, so what can you tell me about what you've learned today? Like,
but that's a test.
Ask them to recall the information.
Yeah, but that might seem like a test.
And then next time you go around, it's like, brilliant. What have we been working on this week? And inevitably, I think every time I ask that, I would normally be met with, I'm going to say 95% of the time I was met with, oh God, I haven't really done anything this week.
Yeah, because you're creating the space for that honesty, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. But then internally, I'm thinking, fuck's sake, like you want this problem solved and you're not doing it. You're not putting the work in. Because actually, in their minds, that's what you're there for. Mm-hmm. Like, you're supposed to be fixing all of this. Actually, you imagine if you had like Actually, now I suppose we are a little bit like therapists, aren't we? I was trying to think of our little therapy sessions we've had over the years, and you get tasked with doing some work on yourself, don't you? Going like, right, so for the next session, I want you to have done these things maybe, or not, depending on what comes up in the session. And you can choose to either do that work or not do that work. And you have to decide, are you willing to do that work? Whereas I think when you flip it into the context of the dog training side of it, we are then seen as the therapists. However, because it's not them, it's this third party animal, we're seeing them as you've got to do this work for them. But they've not bought into that from the get-go. No. They've bought into, I've got a problem, you're the trainer, you fix it.
Yeah. Yes, good point.
Thank you. I didn't know if it was going to be.
I was mulling it over in my head, and I feel like I've concluded
as opposed
it's a good
to
point.
Your feet.
What?
I'm mulling it over in my head.
Well, I'm not going to mull it over in my feet.
That's what I mean. It's a strange phrase to say. Well, in my head.
Why?
Where else are you going to mull it over?
All right. God, very picky. Bloody hell. No, I think it is a valid point, Joe, that I thought about, not in my feet. And we are going to do another episode on how we can understand people from a different perspective a bit more, aren't we?
Yes.
And how it's going to help you move forward. Because I genuinely think if you have this ability to, it's really hard to even explain it in this kind of quick way, but like, if you can, I think I'll put myself in your shoes. Do you agree?
So it's a dangerous thing to do.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you almost think that's a really good thing to do. I'm going to try and be empathetic to your situation. I'm going to put myself in your shoes. But you don't know what those fucking shoes look like. You don't know how it feels. You don't know enough about that situation to know whether you are in their shoes or not. And it's dangerous. because you're making assumptions and presumptions that you don't know if they're true or not, unless you ask the right questions and you consider everybody's way of approaching something is going to be different. And this only comes from asking questions, really good questions. So it's kind of linked on to what you said before.
Yeah.
But we're going to kind of focus on a whole episode on that, aren't we?
Yeah. My brain's already whirring with there's so much to go
What are we
into
going
on
to
that.
What are we going to talk about in there? Yeah.
Yeah. But no, so like bringing it back to the evolvement of how we
Hang
can...
on, Ryan, is that a word?
Evolvement.
Involvement.
Evolved.
Evolved.
Oh, I'm not sure it is.
I don't think so.
Oh, for God's sake.
We'll let you look it up.
What's the matter with evolvement now?
It's not a word. I'm surprised you didn't say evolvedness.
It's in the Oxford English Dictionary.
It
I
is?
will accept it.
Does it say Joe Moorcroft and Steve?
There is a picture of Joe.
Looking like a judgy carrot.
See? Evolvement.
What? Oh, go on, go back to. I've lost. What were you saying evolvement for?
So the evolvement of business since the 90s to now.
What's the overall theme that we're trying to articulate in a probably awful way? But
Well, it is an awful way. You have to grow and you have to adapt, and we have to... I'm a big believer in everything kind of comes full circle. So we're
hold
all...
on, I'm going to challenge that. Have to.
What?
Is that really what we have? Do we have to?
Do we have to what? I don't even know what I said
No,
now.
because you said you have to do this and you have to do that. But you could look at that to go like, you don't have to do anything.
No, but that's what we're kind of brought up thinking, aren't
No,
we?
no. But you could choose to, or you could choose not to. And if you choose not to, and you want to stick to... Why are you laughing at me like that? If you want to stick to the way things are, the 90s model, that's a choice.
Yes, it is a choice.
But if you'd like to take a choice in the direction we're talking about...
Thank you for this interjection.
Okay.
It's been much needed.
I just wanted to pick up on the have to language.
Uh-huh. God. So I believe that things are very cyclical.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're going through the motions again now where connection is incredibly important. We follow a lot of big businesses, and we can see that even they're starting to shift into a different model where it is more connection based, it is more human to human.
Industry leaders,
Yeah.
isn't it? People who are huge in their industries, in their niches, are doing it.
Yeah. So for us, it's having the ability to grow and adapt and not remaining stuck just for the sake of it, that it's just because something's always been that way, it doesn't mean that it should be. And you can look to improve it. You can look to do something different, and it can be beneficial for everybody as well.
And it is all a choice though. So if you have the thought process like that lady who commented on our ad that it works, well, you crack on and you keep doing it then, because it can work, but it's really fucking hard. I've done it, and it's painful, and it's exhausting, and it's, for me, unsatisfactory.
It's hard to go against it, isn't it?
But it's really hard to go against it. But, you know, for me, the decision was easy of like, I've done this for so long now. You present that in front of me a different way and an easier way, and I believe what I'm told here and I trust it, I'm going to go all in on that, I'm afraid. And it was the right decision. And this is what CBA is all about, based on that success. So it's your choice. We're not making you do anything. We're not putting a gun to your head. We're just suggesting there's an easier way of doing things, a better way for the humans, a better way for the dogs, a better way all round. But it is subjective. And if you don't like the sound of it, you don't have to do it.
Yeah. It is hard to go against the norm. I mean, I think my whole life goes against
So
the
does mine.
norm.
I've made my life so hard at times.
But again, it's like, if you've got information, because ultimately that's all it is, isn't it? It's like, what information will support your decision to go against it? If that information is appealing to you and it feels like you've got enough information to be able to make a decision, go forth and explore. The old ways will always still be there. This is how I looked at the decision to home educate the kids. I was like, school's not going anywhere. If it doesn't work, they can go into it. Let me try it. I've got enough information. They ain't never going back into it. But you know what I mean? It's like, I've got enough information. I did my research. I was like, let me go and find out, could this work for me? How would it work for me? What evidence have I got to support? And realistically, there's not a mass amount of information out there. It's one of those things, isn't it? Like, once you start looking, you'll always find something to support.
There's always rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Either way, isn't there?
Yeah. It's like you'll find loads to support and you'll find loads to go against. But whatever your gut feeling is, you're going to lean in more to the stuff that you're going to find to support it. But knowing that the other way is still always there.
And it's always okay to go the other way.
Yeah, it's always okay to change it as well.
Yeah.
I think we've spoken before about niching, which we've not done in a long time, but you can go in, you can commit, you can be all that, and then you can change your mind.
This really interests me about niching because people feel so committed by a niche. They feel so
trapped, but
no, that actually committed isn't the right word, but they're committed to do it or not do it.
Yes.
Either way, like, it has to be a one and done decision. Like, I have to consider this for so long because it's a commitment. And once I've made the commitment, I've got to stick to it. That's how I meant it. And it came up yesterday on a coaching call, actually. And it's such an interesting thing because I'm going to say it again because I love saying it. It's no business, please. You can do whatever the fuck you want and you can change it and no one cares. Like that, it sounds blunt. It sounds like no one gives a shit, but they do, but they don't really give a shit like you think they do.
Because we live and breathe this stuff.
Yeah, they don't care. They won't remember. No. How many times have we changed things for CBA? Mm-hmm. How many times? And people don't linger on it. They don't hold you to it. They're just not doing all the things you think they will in your head.
It's not enough evidence, so your brain tries to keep you safe again and going like, oh, just don't do it.
And again, if they've only heard it one-off time, they're not going to retain it, are they?
Well, no, not with up to 10,000 times a day.
No. Got no chance this day and age. I keep saying this day and age.
And me.
I'm turning into my mum. No. This was all fields in my day, and this day and age, it's all houses. Oh, stuff like that she used to say to me in the 90s. Oh, look, a great way to end the episode.
Okay.
Back to the 90s.
In the 90s.
Have you got anything to announce?
Anything to announce?
Well, can I make a suggestion?
Go on.
Because obviously we've been talking about the marketing side of things, seeing adverts up to 10,000 a day, which is a lot. You need a way to cut through the noise. So I was going to suggest that maybe Vicky could show us some of her street dancing while talking about CBA Live.
Oh, come on. No way. I'm not doing that.
That is brilliant.
Let me get a few more lessons under my belt and then I will hold you to that. I will do it.
Do you know what we could do? Oh my God.
If we get enough people,
under a bus.
If we get enough requests.
No, I was going to say at CBA Live itself, we could do like a little routine on stage.
We could learn a little routine.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you've got to come. You can see it.
CBA Live, 9th and 10th of July. Solihull, near Birmingham.
Near Birmingham.
Like an NR? Near.
I know what you mean. A little NR as well, isn't it?
Or a big N.
A lowercase. I think it's a lowercase NR, isn't it? Just to be grammatically correct.
Anyway, link in the show notes. Love you. Bye.